Inquisition.
I asked Mother Giselle.
Excuse
She
me.
said you're not. Mother
With
did. Does it matter?
nightmare mode.
They're just stories. We fought
So
demons.
we are back in
They're real.
Skyhold.
And they died. The Maker doesn't die. He doesn't do anything. And that means he's real and old gods aren't. Go talk to Giselle again. I don't understand this shit.
And I think that one, I think that crystal that is behind her is a memory crystal. I think so. Sorry for the keep clearing my throat because there is annoying. So we will go to back to the war room and check out what is the updates for the War Council. War Council. Updates for Ferelden. Nothing. Alliances observing the deadlock. Report ready. Josephine. Despite their intent to craft a political entity to oppose us, these noble families are too embroiled in their own conflicts to even acknowledge us. We have acquired some additional trading partners who are tired of waiting for a winner to emerge. Okay. Truth or dare, a dangerous game. Nightingale. We underestimated the threat. Our friend the Marquis met with a dozen nobles in the past week. Bribes in the form of gifts change hands, most of them busts of Justina the Fifth. We appropriated one and discovered it hollow and stuffed with red lyrium. Awaiting instructions. Fisher. Okay. Serpent of Devara. Inquisition forces waited until Verilius left the royal palace in Nevada, watching until we were certain his goal was to report to superiors in the Tevinter city of Trevis. Then we struck. I'm told that our agents, a reaver named Tamar, cut a bloody swath through their ranks, and Verilius himself was captured. We recovered various artifacts he carried, and reports state that King Marcus came to his senses, as if awakening from a dream. The venatory threat in Nevada has been eliminated. Magister Ice. Investigate the Shrine of Dumat. Okay, okay, we should stop the Nevada anti-winter. Inquisitor. Both Tevinter and Nevada were fighting against Venatori, entrenched along their border. The battle showed no signs of abating until the Inquisition sent soldiers who pulled victory out of seemingly insurmountable defeat. Both sides have attempted to claim this portion of land in the past, and both are attempting to do so again. Only the presence of our soldiers prevents them from beginning a war. We cannot allow this to happen. For the moment, each side is grateful enough to listen to our advice, and we must convince them to send their armies. I will press on both sides, call upon all favors to do this. Ambassador Montpellier. Alright, Josephine. I fear the situation between Nevada and Tevinter will deteriorate. We must be persuasive, decisive, and swift.
At your service.
At your service. Okay, very good. At your service. Let's see. Truth or Dare, a dangerous game. That's done. A friend in Quarinas. What's this? According to Dorian, while most Civinter Magisters are not Venatori supporters, they will also not raise a finger to prevent the Venatori from wreaking havoc in the south. There are some, however, who see the cult for what it is and are trying to expose it. A Magister contact in Carinos by the name of Maivaris Tilani is attempting to introduce a law in the Imperial Senate which would see Venatori activity sharply curtailed into winter. Dorian suggests that quiet Inquisition support of Maivaris would be beneficial and ultimately could drum up support from other magisters, fearful of what Courageous represents. I have contacts in Tiventa, although not many. Still, trading a few favors could help this magister a great deal. Tiventa is a land where secrets are weapons. Let us arm this magister against those who would oppose her vote. Okay, Liliana?
Inquisitor.
Let's arm the magister. Investigate Hunter Fell. Based on the revelation at Haven that Venatori operatives to a darkspawn believed to be the Magister Corypheus, threat assessments if possible, Venatori has been reprioritized as vital. Duke Tithas Pentagas rules the Nevaran city of Hunterfell. A former military hero who prided himself on his open-minded attitude, Duke Tithas rules with the help of a secret network of old adventuring companions and possible lovers, as they are all rumored to be beautiful women. Information on the 5 bells of Hunterfell is limited, but they are known to include humans from both Olay and Ferelden, an elf, a dwarf, and even a Talvashoth. Known or suspected backgrounds range from respected Mortilitasi or Dragon Hunter to bard, smuggler, or even apostate. We believe one of the 5 bells of Hunterfell is Venatori agent working to advance the agenda of Corypheus. I want Liliana to do this one, but you're currently busy. So let's do some other missions for you. Commander Follett. Search for the hack writer, gather coin, crestwood, find the warden's secret. Continuing her predecessor's work. Locate weapon of her love. Bright axe. Let's locate him. 21 hours. Oh. A neatly filed request form copied in triplicate and delivered to the appropriate parties. Request an assortment of flora from southern Ferelden and eastern Olay, including several uncommon varieties. See attached list. Tissue samples from several common herbivores. See attached list. Access to an accurate map of southern Tedas and records salvaged from Haven. Purpose. My predecessor, Minhei, was studying alterations in feeding and migration patterns in several species following the appearance of the breach. Her work was incomplete. I would finish it. Signed, Elizabeth Matherington, Inquisition Researcher. Okay, Commander Colin, you should go and search because you can search other items. Also, just can gather any outstanding items. It will double as a training exercise for a newer recruits. Very good, yes, I like that idea. You send them as a training. Okay, continue.
To work?
Go ahead. That is all. I'm going to look for my special training from those who are our agents. Lord Bernard. We have 2 agents, Smuggler Tanner and our witty Ritz connections. Oh, you have 4 agents under you, Joseph. Bell. Trading connections all over Tedas give the Inquisition access to valuable commodities and increase its influence with several merchant cartels. Reduces 5% time it takes for Josephine to complete operations. User impressive knowledge of healing and protection. Reduces 5%. Enchanter Elandra is under you. Okay. And the Skywatcher is also you. Convinced that the Herald of Andraste was sent by the Lady of Skies, a shaman of the Avar tribes has sworn himself to the Inquisition cause. Speaker Anais has spoken to this to her followers. They in turn spread the word of the Inquisition. Alright, we need to... That is all, gentlemen. Back to your missions and your work in Skyhold. This needs work. We need to repair this one. Ice Magister staff. Are you ice? No, you're not. Coal is the ice one. But in the lore, you are an ice. 60. $37 cold damage. Empty rune though. You can't have a grip. But the sunless stuff is much more. Okay, I think I'm going to change you, Vivian. You're going to be cold, according to the lore. Alright, okay. Is that okay? Of course it's okay. Oh, sorry. Yes, alright. You need a ring. Armor penetration. Potions belt? Electrical resistance or fire. You need to be a fire resistant, maybe, perhaps. Enhanced belt of spirit. You will be spirit. Yeah, this is a much more better. For your pendant, you have Mrs. Crest. I'm sorry for that, and I will change you to Vivian. First, I'm going to give you barrier. Every mage has to have barrier. Peaceful aura, even when you damage them. You also have to have this one. Okay, and since you are a knight enchanter, you have that one. The invisible one. Combat clarity. The chaos of combat frightens some, but for you is comfortable rhythm. Your mana regenerates faster when you're near hostile enemies. Resurgence. Yes, you need to have that one. Veiled reports. Whenever you have a barrier active, enemies who attack you will take damage in return. Fade shield. You draw back the energy released by your enemies in your attacks against them. Any successful attack strengthens your barrier. The more damage you do, the more powerful your barrier grows. Okay. Night Protector. You're adept with defensive magic. Barriers you create will take longer to naturally decay. Barrier decay reduction 35%. Disruption field. You can feel an area with magical energy that slows and weakens your enemies. Larger than the field are immune. Okay. Decloaking blast. And you will be cold. Yeah, you need a fade step. This one by standing still. Ice mine. Ice wall of ice. Very good. Now I will map you. You will be winter scarcity here. Fade step. The wall of fire. Or a wall of ice. Ice mine. It will be circle. And the wall is a square. And for the fade step, or let's see, enchanter. Barrier first. The barrier is a square here, and you are one. No. You are R1, and you are R1 here, and you and this one go to that one. We have one skill that is unused, but you can only have a total of 8 skills to be slotted. So let's see, tactics. $35, 20, 10 mana, 50 mana, 65 mana. No, cancel. We prefer that one, ice mine. I see. Okay. All abilities refunded. Any updates, Josephine?
A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Goodbye.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Let's see. Okay. I'm going to speak to Varric. Varric, how are you?
Cassandra's calmed down. I think you can take your hand off your crossbow.
Define calm down for me in terms of who or what she's punching right now. I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
Hawk should have joined sooner. You knew about Coryphus. Talk to Cassandra.
I bet Cassandra regrets how things went back there. You should talk to her.
I appreciate that you're trying to keep the peace, but things between me and the Seeker are as good as they'll get. I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry. Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
You said he was a Darkspawn, or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carter clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carter to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
Brutally murdered is not really the same as unleashed upon the world, Varric.
In this case, it might be. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Anything else?
Is this a bad time? I can come back.
No, it's all right. Bills are really not that engrossing. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this, disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
What am I to you?
What am I to you, then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Whatever I am to Thedas, I'm still just an ordinary person.
So, just a regular person, like anybody else. Right. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Anything
I've
else?
got a minute if you need something.
Tell me about Corypheus.
What can you tell me about this Corypheus?
I'm not exactly an expert, but ask away and I'll answer what I can.
How did you first encounter him?
A few years back, I was dealing with some trouble from a Carter clan that went rogue. They were sending assassins after the Hawk family. We tracked them to a rune in the Vimarks. It turned out to be a trap. Once you went far enough into the rune, there was a magic barrier that kept you from going back. The whole thing was a prison the Grey Wardens were using to hold what they thought was a powerful Darkspawn.
I've never heard of Wardens locking up Darkspawn. Why wouldn't they just kill him and be done with it?
I don't think they could. From what we saw in there, Corypheus can control Wardens somehow. They couldn't attack him. The Wardens locked him up because there was nothing else they could do.
He looks like some sort of blighted creature, but he speaks. What is he exactly?
The Wardens who imprisoned him thought he was just a Darkspawn. But you heard him ranting. He claims he's a Magister. One who assaulted the Golden City, what, more than 1,000 years ago? It seems crazy, but if he's telling the truth, he's one of the people who caused the Blights.
You and Hawk both said before he was supposed to be dead.
He was dead. We killed him. The only way for us to escape the prison Corypheus was trapped in was to go through him. We weren't going to just leave the door to his prison open behind us and hope he was dead. We made sure.
All right. I think that's enough about Corypheus.
No problem. I've got a minute if you need something.
I want to know more about Red Lyrium.
I'll tell you what I can.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
How did the Red Lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the tag it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought.
What could the Templars want with it?
In Kirkwall, just having the lyrium idol made Knight Commander Meredith impossibly strong. Before it turned her into a lyrium statue, anyway. Maybe they thought the power was worth it, or maybe they didn't know the consequences.
I think that's enough on Red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject. Looking for someone to talk your ear off? I think I can oblige.
I want to know more about Red Lyrium.
I'll tell you what I can.
I've seen it infect people like a disease and turn them to lyrium. How can it do that?
That's a good question. To tell the truth, we don't really know what that shit can do to a person, and I don't want to find out.
I think that's enough on Red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite.
What other things can you
I've got
tell
a
me
minute
about
if
it?
you need something.
What are your thoughts on the Inquisition?
If there's anybody out there who hasn't joined the Inquisition, they're hiding under a rock. Did you want to take over for Eldon? I think we might be able to conquer it just by looking east.
What do you think of Leliana's work?
Do you want to know what the Arashok had for breakfast this morning? I think she can tell you.
How do you think Josephine is handling the job of ambassador?
If this Inquisition thing doesn't work out, I may hire her to deal with the Merchants Guild. She'd own them before breakfast.
What do you think of our general?
Find him a war or something. If he spends any more time in the yard drilling, Josephine will have him killed.
Good to know.
Back to work, then.
Okay. You have to speak to Solas. Any updates, Solas?
Sleep well?
That was strange.
I had some odd dreams. Very odd dreams. With very odd people in them, for that matter.
I will take that as a compliment, given that you include yourself. Remember, you came looking for me. I had no idea that the anchor would allow you to dream with such focus. It is truly remarkable, but I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to discuss anything, I would enjoy talking.
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I would be happy to share it with you.
Tell me about the old ruins you explored.
I found the ruin of Barandur, a lost Tevinter city buried deep beneath a dead and barren wasteland. Volcanic ash had sealed it tight. In one dark moment, every living creature in the city seared and smothered. They were statues in the ashes, like a mold made to recall the lost.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
I met a friendly spirit who observed the dreams of village girls as love first blossomed in their adolescence. With subtlety, she steered them all to village boys with gentle hearts, who would return their love with gentle kindness. The matchmaker, so I called her. That small village never knew its luck.
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a savage human horde go marching toward the battlefront. They sang a soldier's hymn to keep formation. Primal music shook the ground. These savage, unwashed warriors carried harmonies no chantry choirs mastered. Though their cause was all but hopeless, they sang songs that made the spirits weep.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Gloat all you like. I have this one. Are you sassing me, Commander? I didn't know you had it in you. Why do I even... Inquisitor. Leaving, are you? Does this mean I win?
Please, don't stop on my account.
All right. Your move. You need to come to terms with my inevitable victory. You'll feel much better.
Really? Because I just won, and I feel fine.
Don't get smug. There will be no living with you.
I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game.
Prepare the board, Commander.
As a child, I played this with my sister. She would get this stuck-up grin whenever she won, which was all the time. My brother and I practiced together for weeks. Oh, the look on her face the day I finally won. Between serving the Templars and the Inquisition, I haven't seen them in years. I wonder if she still plays.
You have siblings?
2 sisters and a brother.
Where are they now?
They moved to South Reach after the Blight. I do not write to them as often as I should. Ah, it's my turn.
You're about to relive those childhood defeats. This game is mine.
This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition, or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction.
We should spend more time together.
I would like that.
Me too.
You said that. We should finish our game, right? My turn? Well, I believe the game is mine.
Wait, what?
Dorian cheats at this as well. Did you need something?
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
What would you like to know?
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me, but I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's harrowing, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter. Your first draft of Lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
A life of service and sacrifice. Are Templars also expected to give up physical temptations?
Physical? Why... why would you... That's not expected. Templars can marry, although there are rules around it, and the Order must grant permission. Some may choose to give up more to prove their devotion, but it's not required.
Have you?
Me? No. I've taken no such vows. Maker's breath. Can we speak of something else?
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Another time, then.
Hey,
What's been going on?
Ambassador Montelier sent me a basket of flowers to thank me for my work with the Inquisition. She's so lovely.
What's been going on?
Varric came by to talk. He told me a story about copper marigolds.
What's been going on?
Madame de Fer said hello to me. Or maybe she was waving at someone else and I just thought she was. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
What's been going on?
That strange boy came in with an armful of chickens. You're looking after him, right?
What's been going on?
Dorian's awfully pretty, isn't he?
What's been going on?
Just waiting to get back out there.
What's been going on?
They've done a lot with this place. I'm impressed.
I should go.
From Haven's Fog.
Your worship?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
We'll talk later.
What's going on?
I'd like to know more about your work with the Ben Hasrath.
Ben Hasrath is actually a general term. You've got the secret police who investigate problems inside our territory. You've got the re-educators who take people with problems and fix their minds. Or make them disappear. And then you've got the spies.
How do the re-educators work?
I only know the basics. Wasn't my area. That said, keep a man awake long enough. Ask the right questions, give the right potions, and you can get him to say anything. You don't need blood magic or demons to change someone's mind. We're a lot more fragile than we'd like to believe.
You can alter someone's beliefs that easily.
One of my friends was a re-educator. He said that every memory is like the page of a book. When you examine a memory, you're turning to that page, and when you're there, the page is laid bare. Write a few notes in the margins of the page, erase a word here and there, and your whole outlook changes. Always felt a little weird reading after that conversation.
The re-educators sound horrible.
Yeah, they probably do. Here's the thing, though. What happens in Orlais when you commit a crime or betray a lord? They just lop your head off. At least the Qunari try to fix you.
And you're a spy.
Close. I am now, I suppose. But that's not how I started. They sent me to Saharan because they needed someone who could fight and hunt down problems. That whole island was a sack of cats. Incursions from Tevinter, Tal Vashath, and native rebels fighting both sides. And in the middle, me, trying to wrangle the rebels and restore order.
I can't imagine that was easy.
Nope. I hunted down a lot of rebels. Lost a lot of friends to the Vince, or the Fog Warriors, or the Tal Vashath. One day I woke up and couldn't think of a damned reason to keep doing my job. Turned myself into the re-educators.
You'd heard what the re-educators did to their prisoners.
Yes, I had. I wanted them to fix me like they fixed them. The Ben Hasrath ordered me to go to Orlais, ostensibly as a Tal Vashath, and work undercover. That's how I ended up here.
Thanks for the information, Bull.
No problem, boss. Anyway, nice talking with you.
Inquisitor,
What's the word out there?
there's a vigil for the dead later. I'll be closed.
What's the current mood?
Hope in the face of reality.
As you were.
Inquisitor?
Inquisitor. A title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive me my distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done. My name is Meredith, a humble bard.
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
A simple thing that you know well. The power of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Carry on, then.
Oh, I will do my best, Inquisitor. You've heard?
Of she who stands behind the throne.
I perhaps cast a shadow across it.
Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
All right, let's hear what you've got.
Jump right in, huh? I like that. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Vershel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up, so I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
Who's asking for this?
I'm asking, because I heard people complaining. See, when nobles fight, it's not them, it's their little people stuck in the middle. It's like a polite war, so no one pays attention. But if you march through, the people up top feel threatened too. Stuff like this is always happening. Good sovereigns to be made if you're one of the few who notice.
What does the Inquisition get out of this?
Nobles think everyone is out to get them. So when your helmets march through, both sides will think the other's your ally. Both get scared, both make deals. Worst case, you get a little bump among the people just because they see you active. Can't promise anything, but something will happen. Just like always.
Was this a tip from one of your friends?
Not a Jenny. Just normal angry people getting sick of being in the middle. I don't usually hear about things this far away. But having a friend like you is like getting really big ears. Bigger ears, I guess. Shut up.
All right, Sarah. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere. You have a problem. That, over there, is a full tavern. But everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Coryphanus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Just you and me messing around in people's stuff. You know, to start.
I don't understand how annoying my people will help.
Look, you have experts for everything. And I know a bunch of tight-ass people when I see them. Oh, sure, they'll complain. But they'll really mean, thank you for distracting me from the end of the stupid world. Come on!
Just you and me? You know, I would like that.
I like the sound of that. Let's go. Right, general uptight is gone. Have a search about. Find something to mess with, and give your soldiers a laugh. What, the desk? Oh yes, center of the Empire and all that. What to do, what to do.
All right, Sarah. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. Easy one. Just a slip of something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on, next one. Right, little lady prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes!
Well, Sarah, what do you have in mind?
Get a bucket. Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you weeks of happy kitchen staff. Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next stop. Right, something to get our shadow of birds loosened up. Gotta be something. Have a search. What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe... feed her messengers something gassy? No, birds don't pop. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Nothing to worry about, Solus. It's just me and Sarah.
Well, all right then.
Ah, what fun is that? Let's go. That was fun. An Inquisitor of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the Herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'd start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good, and Coryphanus would never do that. Good thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. It was fun chasing you, Inquisitor. Nice for you. You! Oh, frig. You did it!
Something is troubling me, Inquisitor. Leliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed, Templars going rogue. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
We can certainly look into it.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor. And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
Do you have any advice for me?
Tell that demon, what does it call itself? Cole. Tell it to leave. He may not mean harm, but that does not mean he will not harm us. Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Be cautious with him, Inquisitor.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Our heroes strode the winding road, defiant of the vile.
It's just what I heard.
A man.
What are you doing?
Listening. Eyes rough, jangling armor hurts my ears, back aching, fingers too clumsy for knots. Wind cool like Aunt Eloise's pond, lips scalded as I sip, warmth blossoms, first kiss in the barn. What was his name? tin jangle as the blood spills. Pierre's wrapped body on the wagon to the chantry. 5 more minutes. My fault.
Can you listen to anyone's mind like you did hers?
No, they have to need me. Pain, fear, sadness, guilt, anger, hurt. Things I can fix.
Can you do something for her?
Yes. It's okay. Nothing you did mattered.
What? Who are you?
They lie there, and sometimes they die, just like Pierre. You can't save them.
I don't know who you are.
Wait. That didn't work. Let me try again. You'll forget me in a minute. You can't save all of them.
What?
Like Pierre getting sick after you snuck out to Aunt Eloise's pond. You want it to be your fault, so there's a reason and it's not so frightening. But there is no reason. Pierre just got sick. The soldier was never going to live. It wasn't your fault. Better.
She doesn't blame herself anymore?
Not as much. It was bouncing around inside her, closing up into a ball of wrong. Now it's open. She'll get it out.
Well done.
Thank you for letting me help her. It's not how a person would do it. But it helped. That's what matters.
Who advised before her? Does anyone remember?
Why, was it not the first enchanter? She wears the metal properly.
Is that what you thought? I heard that flesh was vicious, bloody.
No, not bloody. Think of the carpets.
He hates it all because of the darkness behind the door. Some doors should stay shut.
I'd like to talk about what happened to you before we met.
Before you, Rhys was my friend. He showed me I was wrong to kill the mages. I thought I was helping them. Then he and Evangeline went to Adamant, and I went with them. I was worried Evangeline would hurt Rhys. We found out dangerous things. It scared Seeker Lambert, and he scared the mages. It started the rebellion. Seeker Lambert told me what I was. Rhys couldn't look at me. I ran until I found more Templars. That's all.
What was the Spire like when the Mage Rebellion started?
Dead and dying, begging and bloody. Some wanted freedom, some peace, some war. Some wanted it all to stop. Evangeline was a Templar, but she helped Rhys help the others. She set them free. Adrian was a mage, but she killed mages to force the fight. She wanted blood. Rhys just wanted to help, to stop people hurting. Maybe that's why he saw me.
What can you tell me about Rhys?
He was a mage. He saw me when most couldn't, and he remembered. He helped me, and I watched over him. I worried Evangeline would hurt him. She was a Templar, but she didn't like hurting people. When I left, she stayed. Now she watches over him. They should have been with the rebels. Maybe they ran away together instead. Neither of them like killing.
If you like, I could use the resources of the Inquisition to locate your friend.
No. If they are alive and safe, they should stay away. The last time he saw me, he didn't want to look at me. He saw a monster. Let him forget.
What did you mean when you said you killed mages?
Some of the mages at the Spire wanted to die. Too sad, too scared, too much. I didn't know what I was. A ghost, I thought. Fading in the fade. When I came to them, they could see me. I used the knife to set them free. When Reese found out, he made me stop, made me understand. There were other ways to help. I didn't know.
You wanted to free them from pain and fear. You shouldn't be ashamed of that.
I am. I didn't know. I could have helped more if I'd known. If I hadn't been so... me. It was wrong. I was wrong. If I start again, you or Cassandra or Cullen need to kill me.
What can you tell me about Adamant Fortress?
It is old, full of sadness and pain. It should be torn down. The veil is thin. We found a demon there. It had touched a man and made him real again. It scared Reese and Evangeline. The man wasn't supposed to be real. Then the demon found us. It put me back in the cupboard on the bad day. Reese and Evangeline saved me.
You said Seeker Lambert told you what you were.
I'm hiding Reese from him, but he chants words and sees. I won't let you hurt Reese. My nose explodes, a shower of blood. Just another parasite that's wormed its way into our world, feeding off all the things you can't have. What we found at Adamant made him angry. We were the first rock rolling at the top of a mountain. He had to stop us. He killed so many. He didn't care. Cold, corrupt. So I came and killed him.
If you hated Seeker Lambert, why go to the Seeker Fortress?
Because he was right. I was a demon. I saw demons at Adamant. They put people in the dark, in the old hurts. I didn't want to be that. I heard the old songs of the Templars at Val Royeaux and followed them. If I forgot, fought, fell to felling, Templars would kill the demon. I wouldn't hurt anyone again.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know? A breath-caught smile from the Enchanter as the candle lights. The walls are safe. She will never be hungry again.
Can you explain how your mind works?
Yes?
Walk me through the way you help someone.
I start by listening. I hear hurt, feel it fretting. Some you can solve by giving something, food, a blanket, sleep. Some are intangible, terrible tangles that catch on a crack, fixed, festering, and the person makes a pearl of pain. I shake it loose. No pearl, no pain. They can hope, they can heal.
Sometimes you say things that relate to other members of the Inquisition.
They remember me. Their eyes stick, some more. They want me to be. Varric is quiet inside. He pulls me more to hear, makes me a person, calls me kid, a friend. Solus, Bright and sad, observes and accepts. Spirit self, seeing the soul, soulless, but somehow sorrows.
What do you sense when you focus on me?
You're too bright. Like counting birds against the sun. The mark makes you more, but past it... war and weariness, blood and battle. Life learning to lead, clash, kill. And past that, the weight of all on you. All the hopes you carry, fears you fight. You are theirs. It must be very hard. I hope I help.
It must be sad feeling everyone's pain all the time.
Why?
Isn't it?
No. I help. I find wounds and heal them. I salve, soothe, save. I see pain and make it better. How could I not be happy?
I'll talk to you later.
Probably. The left hand remembers a knife slipped to her in the darkness and wonders why the flower blooms.
I'd like to talk with you about the Inquisition.
I don't understand it. People talk like it's a person, but it's not even a thing. A dagger can be a way to let pain out, but even if it isn't, it's still a dagger. The Inquisition isn't real unless it has something real to make it. It's like a spirit.
I've heard about some oddities here in the keep. Was that you?
Yes. Maybe. What was it?
Can I assume you're responsible for the turnips that have shown up in the fireplaces?
They don't smell the same, raw.
You needed that soldier to smell them so he could die thinking he'd gone home.
He did go home.
Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
The servants are having trouble remembering some odd events. Someone is leaving peeled plums on the windowsill. It's attracting flies.
Spiders need to eat.
And healers need something to treat infected wounds. Like spiderwebs.
The plums are already dead, but they don't mind helping.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know? He didn't kill his father. He was his father.
I hear you've been busy. Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
Stop causing trouble around Skyhold. You're upsetting people. I don't want to hear about it again.
You won't. It wasn't from a flower. He wrote it in the snow.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
Thank you.
Haven was a cock-up, Herald, Inquisitor. But you did right by me, and others. We'll pay you back.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
I wanted to thank you for accompanying me to that ruin. I wanted to. I just had to see you. No. This is wrong. I shouldn't even be here.
What's the problem? A vow of celibacy? A dead wife?
No, it's nothing like that. I'm not what you want. I could never be what you deserve.
Is it because you're a warden? You've got this obligation to fulfill?
All I am, all I have, I gave to the Wardens. There's nothing I can offer you. You'd have no life with me. But I need you to end this. Because I can't.
It's not right to put all this on me.
It isn't. It's cowardly. This is what I am, don't you see? And you're right. This was always my burden to bear. Good night, my lady. Perhaps one day, you'll forgive me for this.
A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this. Goodbye.
All right.
At your service.
Right. That's the story I got when I was little.
The strangest
Maybe the
things,
elder one
Inquisitor.
got different stories.
Interesting altogether. Herald of Andraste.
Gathered
Your
quite
worship.
a collection. Wonder how many are in the set.
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
But you don't need anything from anyone. You're known for that.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
I thought you didn't have any friends besides spirits.
I don't.
So who is this?
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
All right, Solus. Any friend of yours, apparently.
Thank you. I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map. Hello.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
I should go.
I do rather like watching you leave.
It is beneficial that you resolved the issue I presented, Inquisitor.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate, based on the partial improvements to Skyhold.
As you were?
Yes, Inquisitor.
Yes?
Do you think that you and I might someday...
I don't see how that benefits me in the slightest, my dear. Yes?
Is there anything I can do to help your efforts at restoring the Circle?
After the Circles fell, their libraries were plundered by scavengers. 1,000 years of recorded knowledge in the hands of bandits. It makes me sick to think of it. I've received news that some tomes have been located, if you are interested in righting this wrong.
I'll look into it for you.
If you can take care of this matter, the Circle would be in your debt. Yes?
Greetings, Your Worship.
Of all the things in the world, a demon who wears someone's face. I imagine it makes trusting others risky.
Without trust, how would we build alliances or friendships?
It's easy to speak well of trust when yours has never been misplaced.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of Wardens.
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
If this is true, then all Wardens are in danger. Even you. We'd better find your brothers.
I agree. If Hawk's given you an idea where to start, we should get moving immediately.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
All right.
I've arranged an accord between the Marquis and the Dowager. Wonder of wonders. Perhaps they can be useful to us after all.
So this is the shrine Corypheus hid from Calpurnia.
There are similar places in Tevinter. Notice how you feel it in the back of your mind. There's power here. Or was.
This is a sad place, filled with old pain. People spoke here, and something listened, until it didn't.
Awake in a world twisted into perversion and ruin. Awake only to discover the light of wisdom has gone blank. Samson has failed, but Calpurnia stands ready.
More memory crystals. Let us hope Corypheus enjoys hearing himself speak.
Descend on this haven with fire and fury, and take it back. Let us see what manner of herald this age has bred. How does this age stand such desolation? They sing to a maker who answers no prayers. Once I have ascended, I will be their answer. I will be their light.
teaspoon of cinema. He came down in fire and splendor. Chapter 9, verse 1.
Look at that containment spell. It would hold a dozen pride demons.
What is this? Who are you?
Magister Erasthenes am I, a scholar of Tevinter. To Corypheus I am bound to answer every question. For Sanius' sake, I am lost.
I need information. You'd like to be free. We could negotiate.
Oh, to be free. You see what he has made of me. I was the greatest scholar of the old gods in Minrathus. No, in the Imperium. One night, he came to my door. For my relics, I thought, my writings and runes. But instead, my slave went to his side, Calpurnia, to become the vessel that saved Tevinter.
If Calpurnia is this vessel, what are the contents going to be?
I do not know. Power. It must be some sort of power. Power like Earthemials, risen in flame and...
Is that why Calpurnia joined Corypheus? To save your empire?
Yes, she seeks a leader, Corypheus, to shape Tevinter's rebirth. She would raise up the slaves as she was raised. Bring a new order with a heart of steel. She could do it if she were not the vessel.
If Calpurnia is the one Corypheus wanted, why do this to you?
For practice. I, Corypheus, crafts a vessel for whatever power he seeks. Yes. But he does not need his vessel to have free will. About her, these same chains will fall. Iron to cage lightning. My binding is the poor pencil sketch. Calpurnia will be the masterpiece.
Power without free will. That's her role as the vessel.
Yoked like a Canary Major, a Cerebus, a circumscribed sycophant. Oh. This chain has broken me, friend. No wings can raise my mind. Please, breach the circle. Its wards will trigger. I will be dust and light, free.
In his place, I'd be begging for it to end.
Corypheus' circle will hold its destruction within. Tight, tight. No fear, only freedom.
I can't waste your knowledge. Leliana should question you. My agents will secure this place. Maybe they can undo that circle somehow.
You would make of me what he makes of Calpurnia. What shall I make of that?
Right, I'll find a way to free you. Right, we have wait, you need to do sleep. Okay, no, knock him out, and you grapple him. You attack him, okay? Alright, very good. You grab him. Others did not notice. Very good. Very good. Attack this one. You flash fire him. No, you dispel it. And then you do a twin fangs. Wait, again? Did not pummel. Okay, he's back here. No. Get the rest, this one. Alright, Plus fire vulnerability. He's now alive again. Do a mind blast. No, since we go there, we switch all our attacks to him. Flank attack. Mighty blow. Okay, they have noticed. We have to grapple this one. Oh no. Died. Cole died. This is bad. This is bad. Spirit vulnerability. Shaped. We need to have disabling effects. Do here, who is this one? A shade. You pummel him. And Solas, you winter grass this one. And you send panic. These two demon despair, you heal yourself. Twin fangs him. Mind blast. You do a and then after you flank attack. You hit that. Cole, you do another like this one. Veil strike. barrier for me? Good. The shade is dead, so we only have the terror. Walking bound. Excuse me. Okay, let's finish this one. Sorry about that, folks. I was called by someone. Okay, one is dead. We have raids here. Spear demon. This other despair demon is annoying. So let's try to grapple him if we can get him. We can okay, do a dispel. You do flank attack. What's going on? Do a stone fist. Burn, burn. To attack this one. Let's kill him first. I'm not getting through. Excuse me. Wait, where is Cole? It's not receiving my commands. Alright, very good. Dorian. What is wrong with you? Hour of the Dead. There's a bug that don't allow you to move. I don't know. Okay, that's the last of my potion. Go. Shot. Spirit mark. Stone fist.
No whispers, no commands, silence has fallen.
Dual spike blade, tier 2 dual blades, super dragon slaying room. Wow. $254. 79 damage. 51 AOE.
Did the others never return from the Black City? There is no record even of our names. We are vilified by legend. They spit on our deeds and claim we brought darkness into the world. We discovered the darkness. We claimed it as our own. Let it permeate our being. If the others have not returned, they are lost. I am alone in my glory. Calpurnia prepares to set foot in the place where regret dwells to bring it into the light. She cannot know what must be done, cannot understand in time. She will forgive.
Go back. First, I need to explore the shrine. Wait, we have two-way firewall. Cold vulnerability. That one. Need to and we need to twin fans oh, so it's alive again. Let's handle this first. There's one behind. No, mind blast. Need to do a horror. It will be filled with horror. Are you stuck again? Dead. Dorian, we need to have your haste. Okay, We need to have emergency. We need to get out. Need to have emergency. Need to get out. Alright. Let's just go back, okay? We don't need to confront them. Hold on. Alright folks, I'm going to be back. I will end the stream and I will return in a couple of minutes, okay?